What's up, beauties? If you are a stay-at-home mom and you're looking for ways to save money while still take care of yourself and your family, then this video is for you, because today I'll be sharing 5 budget-friendly tips that will help you spend smarter and stress less. Okay, girl, let's jump right in. Okay, so tip number 1 is to create a budget. Now, this is really important because this is what's going to help you stay on track of your expenses. And for us, I really love to use a budgeting app. The budgeting app that we like to use is called the Every Dollar app. I have been using this budgeting app for about 5 years now, ever since we started our debt-free journey, and it has worked like a charm for our family. One of the things that I love about the Every Dollar digital budgeting app is the fact that you can track your expenses as you spend. So you can link your bank account to the app, and every time you slide your card, it will reflect within the app, and you can just go in and slide over the transaction into its appropriate location, which makes it super easy, super user-friendly, like less stress on the go for you as a mom. Now, I know that some people don't like to use apps and some people don't like to attach their bank account to an app. I totally understand that. And if that is you, then I would definitely recommend you getting a budget binder of some sort, or just using a notebook, writing things down and having some type of checks and balances sheet is going to be very helpful for you when it comes to managing your money and budgeting your money. And also, one of the great things about tracking your expenses that I particularly love is because I can go back and see how much money I spent in each category in that month, or for the previous months. You know what I mean? Like, so say for instance, for February, I can see exactly how much money I want to spend in groceries, depending on how much money we spent in groceries in January, in December, and November, and October. I can kind of look at a trend or an average. Of course, each month is going to be different depending on what you have to do. If it's a holiday, if it's a big birthday month or things like that, you will have to budget a little bit more for your particular categories. But it is a great way for you to see what you spent, when you spent it, and how much you can kind of guesstimate or project you're going to need for the next month. Super helpful if you are like me and you like to have things in black and white and you like to be able to see exactly where your money is going. If you don't know where your money is going, it is going to leave you. It will walk away right out of your life and you will be like, what happened to X amount of money that we had? You will not know where the money went. Trust me. So I would highly recommend that you go ahead and create a budget and start tracking your expenses right away. So tip number 2 will be to meal plan and to cook at home. Prep your meals and also write down a grocery list. Now, I used to always see my mom have a grocery list, and I didn't think that there was a rhyme or reason to having a grocery list. But now that I am shopping for my own family, I understand that having a grocery list is super important because it keeps you on track of what you need at the grocery store. And please don't go hungry. I think we all can attest to never go grocery shopping hungry because you will buy up everything. So that is just like a little bonus. So make sure you get a little bite to eat or something like that, a little snack before you go into the grocery store. And then stick to your list of things that you know you need. What I love to do is I like to meal prep for our family, and it keeps me accountable not only for the budget, but it also helps me with maintaining a healthy lifestyle. One of the things that I like to do is meal prep like chicken and beef and salmon, and then I will basically make the proteins kind of like at the beginning of the week or in the middle of the week, and then I will make like rice with it or whatever pasta or whatever carb that we want to have, and I'll make that which is super easy to make, and then just add in a veggie with it. And then meal prepping is just something that I have gotten used to because my husband and I used to do bodybuilding, so meal prepping has definitely just just become like a lifestyle for us, but it's also really helpful when it comes to knowing what you're going to get when you go into the grocery store. And of course, we don't eat chicken and rice and beef and rice and salmon and rice and veggies every single day, but it does help with planning out my grocery list, and I know exactly what the kids are going to eat for the week, and it helps me stay on track in terms of our budget, and it helps me stay healthy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and act like we don't eat out, because we do eat out, because I don't like cooking every single day. But that's where the meal prepping comes in, because some meals I can eat, like my meal prep meals for lunch or breakfast, and then maybe if I am just so tired I don't want to cook dinner, we can eat out for dinner, or vice versa the next day. You know, I can have a little lunch if it's one of my mommy days that the kids are not here and I want to take myself to lunch. I can budget that in, and then I will cook dinner, and then it's already made and accounted for. So that really has been helpful for me. Now for me, when it comes to buying groceries, this is something that I don't cut corners on, is my food. I am kind of a health nut, so I do like to buy food that is a little bit more healthier, more natural, more, organic, if you will. I know that it's not budget friendly, but one of the things that I love about living in Japan is the fact that all the food is so fresh and so healthy in terms of it doesn't have steroids, it's not super processed. So I really love the fact that by living in Japan, it allows me to be able to eat healthy, but also not break the bank. So for me, as a military spouse living on the base, I like to shop out in town a lot to save money, because the commissary can get kind of pricey, because the commissary has more so like US prices, but maybe a little less, but it is very comparable to like US prices. So whenever I go to the commissary, I know that I am going to overspend and it is going to bust up my budget. So I like to shop out in town because I can get a better deal on our produce. I can get a better deal on our meats, and just like our food in general, I can get a better deal on. But I understand that most of my beauties here are in the United States, and I would highly recommend go to like Trader Joe's. I absolutely love shopping at Trader Joe's because the food is a lot healthier, and I really like Sprouts as well. You can really find really good deals on your produce and your meat at these like farmers market type of grocery stores, opposed to going to your regular grocery store like, a Publix or something like that. Those grocery stores, of course, whenever you're shopping a little bit more healthy, like an organic item or a antibiotic free item, it is going to run you a little bit more money, opposed to if you go to like a Trader Joe's, Aldi's, or something like that, that is a little bit more like a farmer's market type of grocery store. And if you can't find that, go to a local farmer's market. Go online and see where you may have a local farmer's market where you can shop for your fruits and vegetables that is at an affordable cost, because I'm sure most areas have farmers markets, and you can buy your fruits and vegetables at a much cheaper price than you will be able to purchase it inside of a grocery store. So tip number 3 is to buy and sell secondhand. Okay, so listen, Mom, you don't need every single thing brand new. I know that sometimes when we have our babies, we want everything brand new, and I can totally understand that because I was the same way. But if you are looking to save money, definitely look into buying secondhand items, something that is very gently used. And you can check out places like Facebook Marketplace, the thrift store, or whatever kind of nice, secondhand store that you have in your area. Don't be afraid to check those places out, because you may find some things that are very gently used that is at a fraction of a price that you could possibly get it at another retailer. And especially like mom groups on Facebook, you can really find clothes, toys, and sometimes even furniture. And then sometimes you can find things for yourself as a new mom or a mom in general. You can find a lot of postpartum items or a lot of items for maternity wear and things like that. Things that you you know that you're not going to be using for a very long time, especially when it comes to being pregnant or having a newborn. That is a very short window in your life. So you know you're only going to be pregnant for 9 months, and the baby is only going to be a baby for, you know, a year or two or whatever, right? Like kids grow really, really fast. So being able to shop for secondhand items is super helpful, especially whenever your kids are young. Not only should you shop for secondhand items, but you also should sell your clothes or sell your items. So whenever you get out of your maternity phase, or your baby gets out of their newborn phase or toddler phase or whatever, go ahead and start selling those items to another mom that could use those items, so that you can put some money back into your pocket. Because I'm telling you, that cash adds up really fast. Which brings me to tip number 4, and that is to gently use hand-me-downs that are free. Okay, this is not you buying anything off of Facebook Marketplace. This is a mom swap type of situation where you know a mom or have a friend or someone who is passing down their clothes from their kids, and you guys are basically swapping it out. You know, you can give them something, they can give you something, or even if you don't give it directly to that person, you may be able to receive a secondhand item from a mom, and then once you have used it, you can pass it along secondhand, or at that point third hand, to another mom. But make sure that you are passing along items that are gently used, and that is so super helpful because these items are free. And it just, for me, I feel like I have always really been super grateful for any of the clothes or shoes or baby items that our kids get, you know, when they're small, because as I said, kids grow so super fast. So being able to receive secondhand or gently used, or what I like to call pre-loved items for our kids, have been really, really helpful, because I don't have to buy, you know, a whole big wardrobe for the summer, the spring, the winter, the fall, because kids grow every season. And whenever I receive those secondhand items or those pre-loved items, it just really helps with their wardrobe. If I want to add, you know, a couple of new pieces in there, here and there, I can, but it really helps with, you know, not having to buy brand new clothes for each and every child, especially if you have multiple kids, because we have 3 children. It's really helpful to receive those pre-loved items so you don't have to buy a new wardrobe for each child every single season, because trust me, that will eat up your pockets and it will add up really, really quick. And of course, I'm not going to forget about you. So tip number 5 is to have some DIY self-care beauty tips for you. Okay, so one of the things that I love to do is I do my makeup myself. Okay, I do my makeup myself, I do my hair myself, and recently I have just started doing my nails myself. The reason why I just started doing my nails myself is a whole nother video, whole nother thing, but it really propelled me to start doing my nails myself. And it's something that I have been wanting to do anyways. And since I had a little situation at the nail salon with my nails, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my nails myself. I already do my hair myself, and I already do my own makeup, and a lot of my, you know, self-care treatments I do myself at home. My shaving, I don't wax, I just basically shave. If I want to go get a Brazilian wax, you know, I'll make sure that I fit that into the budget at the beginning of the month. But for the most part, you know, I do all of my self-care treatments here at home, and it has really helped me out a whole lot. If you don't know how to do your own hair, if there's a style that you really want to do, YouTube it. That's what YouTube is for, okay? YouTube University is amazing. If you want to learn how to do your own makeup, YouTube. As a matter of fact, go ahead and take a look at some of the videos that I have. I'll post one here about how to do your own makeup. Find some very beginner-friendly videos that can really help you out along your journey in terms of self-care. You don't have to spend a ton of money to take care of yourself. You can even have like a solo, relaxing day at home. I have also done like my own facials. I'll do like sheet masks and things like that. And those things have been really helpful for me and helped me to save money. Or you could do something where you go to the coffee shop and you just spend like maybe $4 or $5 at the coffee shop and read a book and just really enjoy yourself. Go down to the park and sit and read a book. Have you coffee? Maybe you can make it at home if you want to save some money there. But there are several ways for you to continue to pour into yourself without breaking the bank. And that has truly helped me because I feel like whenever I look good, I feel good. So I want to make sure that I'm always pouring into myself and I'm not, you know, spending a ton of money to look good and feel good. All right, beautiful. So there you have it. 5 easy budget-friendly tips that can help you save money and spend smarter, but still look fabulous and pour into yourself and also pour into your family. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down below in the comment which tip was most helpful for you. If you know a mom that could benefit from this video, make sure you share this video with her. And then also make sure you subscribe to the channel to become a beauty, because over here we do prioritize self-care while embracing the journey of motherhood. Okay, beautiful. Until the next video, I'll see you next time. Bye.